now the iron's coming through. Okay. All right, I'm going to try to manually submit these first because it only takes 10 of them. Redstone, that should work. The brine, supposedly there is a way to do this. Brine bucket doesn't tell you. Fine sand, subsistence. And one of my viewers was trying to explain it in a message he sent me on YouTube on substrate. You have to make substrate. So you need a PRC. And I think if you take the substrate and water and hydrogen, you get ethylene out and you get substrate, oxygen. I think if you put this in the blood altar, you get brine or maybe blocks of salt. Let's see. Oh, an enrichment chamber. That's gaseous brine. Comes from salt in a chemical oxidizer. Gives you gaseous brine. Gaseous brine in a reverse condensator gives you brine. Or brine, oh, this is decondensating. I don't understand any of this. I hate mechanism. So salt block is 4 salt together. So, okay, in an alchemic chemistry set, substrate becomes salt blocks, which I'm assuming you can break a salt block down into individual salts. Let's see what you can do with that. You can put it in a chemical oxidizer and make gaseous brine. Let's see what you can do with that. Gaseous brine. Condensating produces brine. Okay. And where do you get the substrate? The substrate comes from biofuel in a PRC, and you have to feed it water and hydrogen. The water is not a problem. The hydrogen, an electrolytic separator. Water breaks down into hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, that's worth looking at later. And that's frustrating. An entire stack of iron ingots gives you not quite 7,000. So it looks like it's going to take 2 stacks, 20 stacks of iron to do this. So this is going to be a slow process. So what I'll probably do is I'll, like if you have time to let it run, you're better off setting up a system like that and letting it run on your own. But if you don't have time to let it run, you're better off doing it manually. So let's just make some iron ingots real quick. And we'll throw them in the furnaces over there. And hopefully we can at least test this. Put him back. And we'll give this just a minute. Almost done. There we go. Approximately 2 1/8 stacks of iron. So I'm going to try to put 56 in there and see if that'll finish this one off. This one I'll put a full stack in. And we'll let that run. Something else I want to talk about is this floral obedience stick. And this is kind of interesting. What this is supposed to do, let me show you how to make one real quick. Very, very simple. Just 2 living wood twigs and mana steel. Living wood twigs are just 2 pieces of living wood like that. So, but once you have it, I think I still have some day blooms over here. I think they're in here. Here we go. So I'm going to put these down. And now, if I get my wand there, you can see there's very, very little mana in here. And I'm going to go lay down to make it daytime real quick. Okay, now, usually when you put a mana spreader down, if you put flowers down afterwards, they don't necessarily register. So the mana from all of these day blooms is just kind of staying in the day blooms. Okay? So now, if I take the floral obedience stick, let's look at that. It has a little bit of mana in it. So did you see what happened there? Basically, all the flowers that were in range, once I shift right clicked on the Gaia mana spreader, they all got locked to it. So now if we look at them, they've all given up their mana to the mana spreader, which should be outputting to this mana pool. It's just so terribly slow. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Like these ones, I all kind of manually used my wand to register each one of these endoflames to the Gaia mana spreaders. So this was a very much a pain to set up. And then there's one other thing we're going to talk about. First of all, let me go check on that iron. Oh, this is not going to work. You see how that says liquid iron? This says molten iron. So these are not going to work. that one's not full. I'm not a fan of quests that can't be completed. All right, so these two are full. Let's go grab that. And once again, this hopper ate one of them. All right, so now this is bound to molten iron. So if I put this bucket in there, yep, no credit for it. So all of this is a waste of time. Oh, what's going on there? So that's full. So I'm going to feed it in here. No credit for it. So unfortunately, the molten iron, I don't think there's a way to create it. You have to have a smeltery. Smelteries produce molten iron. You cannot make a smeltery. It's been disabled. In fact, I'm not even sure why Tinker's Construct is in here at all, other than to give you the hearts to increase your health. Yep, no way to make molten iron. Molten iron bucket. Casting table. Yep, neither one of those work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to creative mode. Yeah. Let's try this again. And molten iron, I threw 2 of them in that I did not get credit for. And let's see if that gives us credit. Yep, 20%. Wow. Okay. So the gold you're going to have to force fix like that, and with 1,000 of them, there's no way I'm going to do 1,000 of them. The iron, there's a few enough of them that I could, in theory, do 8 more portable tanks full of iron without great difficulty. I just need to let this run for a bit. Has it already run out of... okay. Somehow my system got jammed. That should start working now. Anyway, I may possibly be able to do the portable tanks full of ender. How many of them do I have here? 156. All right. Let's see if I can melt these in here. Liquid ender. So it looks like it takes 4 ender pearls to make 1,000, because I've got 2,000 here and 2,000 here, so yeah. Oh, shoot. Portable tank full of molten ender. Let's select task. Ender has been, okay. Let's put the hopper over here. Maybe that'll help. Actually, I think that's where it was. All right. So brine may be possible, but there may be a problem turning it in. You know what? I've got 2 tanks of brine that I got as a quest reward. Let's see if I can manually turn these in. No, manual submit is grayed out. So I would only have to make 8 more tanks of brine. All right, this should be almost done. Empty. 8,000. There we go. All right, just a minute. We'll see if this works. And then I'll test the brine. Almost done. That should go to it hits 12,000. Okay. Which one is this set to at the moment? Let's double check. Okay, it's set to, it is set to ender, so. No credit for that. All right. Let's try brine. Select task. That's bound to brine. Okay, you do get credit for those. I'm really trying to decide how much of this I'm willing to do, especially knowing that there's an update right around the corner. Redstone. Like I haven't really tried to do any mechanism on camera. Or have I? There may have been an episode, the little bit that I did, just because I tried it off camera and in my previous, my earlier try at hypovolemia, and a lot of these just don't work. The digital blood, I mean, this isn't difficult, but I don't have, I don't know. Sanguinomancy is locked. Technomancy, I've done that one. I've done that one. All right. I think we're just going to kind of take it day by day. If I get up one day and I have time to play and I have an inclination to play, I may record. I may not. But I think what I'm going to do is when they do come out with an update, I think Season 2 is going to start pretty much immediately. So that's where we are. I know this was not, you know, a hugely productive episode, but you all kind of got to see me do a little bit of the troubleshooting that I've been doing, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. You know, maybe that's been useful to some of you. If it has, you know, it'd be great if you could leave a like on your video. You know, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Leave your questions or comments on YouTube. Or if you want to go to the Hypovolemia Feed the Beast page and leave comments or questions there, you can do that too. And we'll work on it together. We'll figure out these problems together. So anyway, thank you for watching. This is Arturio Emerys signing out.